Hello, and welcome to some more Prodigal. This probably is going to be, let me try that again, because my brain just shut off. Normally I stream Pushonomics on Tuesdays, but we're doing Prodigal because I missed streaming last Friday, because my back was just so busted. I could not, I think, sit in a chair for long enough to stream. I've got content for a YouTube short now, alright. I'm gonna be famous with the kids in the teen zone. Alright, so we're in the post game. My house is still depressing. Yep, it sure is. Again, if the volume needs to go up or down, let me know. Hi, Lena. Hi, Morri. You've been so helpful. We wanted to thank you. Here, it's a painting I did. I hope you like it. Sunset painting. Wow. The colors in this are beautiful. She put a lot of work into this. I mean, I assume the colors are beautiful. It's dark. I don't think I'd be able to appreciate that. Oh, but the sun's rising, so we'll be able to appreciate those beautiful colors soon. Sometimes I wish I could rest on mornings like this. Maybe paint the sunrise again. So I guess because we're in the post game, I'm just gonna poke around and see if anybody wants to talk to me. Oh, that's open. Doing all right there. Want some coffee? I was about to throw some on. I feel like you're gonna poison my coffee. What is in here? Oh, it must be Lena's studio. A pile of new canvases. It's a painting of Quinlan. It looks wistful. Doesn't look mean enough. A painting of open green fields. Sorry, did I say Lena? I meant Lynn. Oh, man. This is what I get for not streaming for a week. My brain is just gone. I forgot how to do it. I forget names. I'm sorry, Lynn. I'm sorry, Lynn. Oh. It's like I was calling someone else the wrong name for part of the first stream, too. Well, obviously, Lynn is not best girl because I forgot her name. I'm sorry. I don't know why I was thinking about Lena. You know why? Because I played a game a while, like several months ago, called Lena's Inception. That's also inspired by the 2D Zeldas, although personally I like this one better. That one was an interesting concept, but I feel it didn't quite stick the landing for me. Anyway, this is Lynn's bed. She makes it look so tidy. She even fluffed her pillow. Sorry, I'm not trying to break your paints. It's a painting of the docks at dawn. What an incredible painting. How does Lynn do all this? I mean, a lot of practice, obviously. It's the waterfalls by Castlevania. So Pokemon red, blue, or green. Oh, I'm sorry, Lynn. My brain is just gone. I left work a little bit early. Because I was feeling nauseous from back pain and just so exhausted, and I got home and I just slept. You know, can I break this? Yes! I played Castlevania music before the stream a while back because I was thinking about Castlevania from Castlevania. Can't believe I didn't find this cave until now. Can I break any of this? Punch. Lasso. Oh, hello, Vel. How are you doing today? Hopefully more awake than I am. Because I am still out of it after getting home from work and just sleeping. I feel like I haven't slept well in forever. Oh, it doesn't show the indent until the post-game. Hello? Ahoy! I wonder whose boat this could be. And I love the sound of like 8-bit seagulls. Don't ask me why, I just do. That dock and water looks straight out of Gen 3. You know, I was thinking about Pokemon Gen 3 the other day, but how it didn't really capture my attention as much as 1 and 2. Is there anybody in this house yet? Can I still fall in here? Yes, I need to buy Another feather. I forgot that they take away my buffs. Okay, let's see. I guess I'll just go around and talk to people. Maybe stick my nose in the library. Have you met Kirhasa? She seems like she could use some help. I told her to wait for Hugh at the sheriff's office. You should talk to her. Thank you, Nora, the human cactus. Water wasn't my thing. Well, it's just, you see one tentacle, you see them all, you know? Hey there! Do you say anything different now that we're in the post-game? Huh? You want to date me? Sorry, my heart belongs to Oakley. No, she says the same thing, but she's right. She is objectively correct. Still love Oakley's eyebrows. I mean, Gen 3 does have Mudkip, though. Gen 3 has a lot of Pokemon I like. Just, I don't know, the actual game itself. What? What time is it? Oh. Okay, I think I'm awake now. Are you here for more coffee? Sure? Well, I may have drank it all. Sorry. My rationing was unsuccessful. This time of year I try to avoid the inevitable. Sleep, that is. But anyways, I don't get many visitors, so it's nice having you here. What do people normally talk about? What about a ghost story? Do you know that house near the Von Castle? It's haunted, supposedly. Sheriff Von's dad used it for sacrifices or something. Not that I would know or anything. But the idea is spooky, huh? Keeps me up at night. Besides the coffee. Don't believe me? Maybe you should, go see for yourself. Yeah, here. Basement key. Wait, is this a bone key? I was gonna go see it, but ordering new coffee is a lengthy process. Let me know if you find anything interesting. Oh, and good luck. I'll be here, not sleeping. I feel Tess so much. It's lunchtime. How long did I sleep? I made you coffee, but I ate it. For you Wingles or Zubats of the Sea, you know, I had a Wingle in Sapphire. Her name is Pippi, like Pippi Longstocking. I don't know what to do. Not right now. Well, I was gonna help you, but alright. Heck, you too. Afternoon, Morri. You just missed the weekday service. Fear not, you are in our prayers. What if I don't ascribe to this religion? Enter the sheriff building. I will do that, and then promptly get arrested. Every key is a skeleton key under all that key flesh. Hello, Claire. I want to see the skeleton keys from Mario Party, but with flesh. No, maybe not. That sounds horrible. Discount that. Northerner. Yes? Is there another Mon around here? I mean, yes, but... And where would he be? The Crocasino, but I don't... And where would I find it? It's northeast, but why... Thank you. Are you curious as well? Well, sorry. I don't have time to entertain you at the moment. I must scout this Crocasino. I have someone I need to find. Gosh, she said her name was Kirhasa. Scary, huh? She's Mon, I think. Keep an eye on her for me. Please? Why do I have to do your job? Hang on, before anything tries to kill me, I should go to the bar. Buy some buffs. Actually, wait, I should go to the Void and see what those buffs there do, because I can only keep so many. Monmoan? If Min shows up again, we need to ask if Monmoan, because I want to say things correctly. How are you doing? Oh, same as before. They dared me to eat the spicy special. I think I'm dying. Don't be a baby, just drink some milk. I wish I could cook like this. Mon Mon. Maybe Mon Mon? Sometimes when I don't know how to pronounce something, I tend to default to Japanese vowel sounds. Oh yeah, this same as before, same as it ever was. Let me go to the void. Actually, no, I'm gonna buy that feather first. Hopefully he's over here. Probably not Mon, probably not. Look, I'm reading these things for the first time. You gotta cut me some slack. You came back. I believe I understand your true intentions. You see, when I came to this town, the culture, it was unlike anything I was used to. So I spent every day in the library, learning about your people. Romance. Morri, I value you greatly. When I see you, my stomach turns to knots. Your efforts, they make my feelings towards you grow. Do you understand what I am saying? No, I'm dumb, but just for the sake of argument, sure. I am glad. You see my true intentions. Yeah, you want to be friends on Facebook, right? Joke's on you, I don't have Facebook. My feelings, I am still beginning to understand them. There is a part of me that longs to believe you may be feeling the same. However, it is not the time for that. I simply wanted to make my feelings known to you. That's really cute, Oakley. Why do you choose to fight with a pickaxe? Does that not pose a disadvantage to you? Well, you just go from spilling out your feelings to me to questioning my choice of weapon. It's fine. Look, I could get a sword, but that didn't work out so well last time. Okay, no, go to the void, but let me talk to this guy. Have you seen her? Oh, Mariana. What a beauty. So you want to be stepped on. Is that what you're telling me, bub? Okay, up here. Down here. Goodbye, rabbit. Okay, into the void. Okay. I don't know if there's much change in the void right now either. Let me in. Let me in. I guess I can't go back in there right now. Today, Ren will fall before me. Who am I kidding? The only thing that I am better than her on, she can't even do. What is the only thing you're better than her on? Stare at people? I bet you win all the staring contests. Wait. Wait. Oh, there's a good lawn ornament. Just a skull. What? You are lucky you can go home. You think we want to live here? In this dying prison? Nah. We are going home. And those that took it are as good as dead. Oh. Well, I didn't do anything. I may have stolen money, but not your homes. Please do not kill. Okay. Still not home. Still drinking coffee, presumably. Yeah, Harpy. Have you not seen this game or this area, Vel? This whole area is full of cute monster girls. Surprise.
Hey there. I was cursed into this pot by a vile mage. Oh, was she a witch? Hard to tell. It's okay, though. Valhara killed her, and now I can at least get the top open. One day, though, I'll get fully freed, and then I'll play with all those tasty mages again.
And then you're just gonna get covered in lint and fuzz and cat hair. Maybe get her like a little, like a bubble to roll around in. Whoa, someone's looking delicious. I don't mean like eating you. This time. The key difference between mage and witch is the hat. I concur. You need a big hat to be a witch. Okay, now I can see what these do. Careful with this one. My legendary dream sundae. One bite of this and human food will be like ash. Gain additional invulnerability time after taking damage for 50G. I wonder if she means this seriously, where if I eat this and then I can never have pie or salmon or meats again. I'm just gonna crave the monster sundae. You're lost. Looking to cleanse the palate? This dish will do just that. Okay, so that's what that does. What is this? Like a root? A tongue? Tentacle? Maybe like a strand of her hair? A favorite of mine, personally. A nightmare urchin. Reflects some damage for only 60G? Nah. But I'm good. At least now I know what they do. I will become as ash in your mouth. Okay, let's go south before I forget to explore this area again. Look who it is! You've been keeping on top of your workouts? Cowboy here has been lazy. I'm just so tired after work. I mean, yeah, me too. Oh no. She just gave me my workout plan. I think I'll die. She just wants a new sparring partner after the mages killed my father. That's kind of a serious thing to just tell me. Is this how he locks his room? I was really hoping I could break in. You know, if you're an NPC in an adventure game, you could probably lock up your house pretty good with an insurmountable waist-high fence of some sort. Which, as we all know, is the bane of game protagonists, unless they get some sort of jump option. Ah! She's going to take my head! Again! Do you know what that is like? Oh, right. Humans can't remove their heads without perishing. The Dullahan girl is very cute. I like that humongous... Is it a ponytail? Or just like a crest on her hat? Much like a Spartan's cap. I think it's a cool ponytail.
Yes, hairy one. No, you may most certainly not touch my library. Mother said your kind can't even read.
Touch. 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 I'm dog-earing all the pages. No, I could never do that. My God. That's one of my biggest peeves, is people dog-earing the pages of their books. Is there not, like, nothing I can cling to from this side? Oh, well. I'll just go around. Okay. Been in there, been in there. Oh, this is open now and I can actually go in. Hello?
Yo, are you that human Mother told us about? You seem kind of plain. No offense. This is the illusory arena. I'll take your memories of great enemies and then you gotta fight them one after another. Name's Bera, by the way. Now let's see what you've got.
Not right now, but thank you. I haven't even gotten all my items and stuff yet for this.
Ah, you must be the human I've heard oh so much about. My name is Sarah. Mother has tasked me with overseeing this vault of color. Surely you are more than meets the eye to be granted access here. So tell me, human, do you see anything here you desire?
Oh, okay, here we go. I kind of missed this one, honestly. Oh, hello, Curtis. I hope you're doing well. Now I understand what the text about dogs barking meant. Kapotiko, do you get something cool for doing the boss rush, or is it just a personal challenge thing? What a beautiful painting you have there. You did bring that for me, didn't you? Oh. I mean, I did call Lynn the wrong thing. I get a color. No. We don't want to disappoint me, do we? Hello, dear hero. Don't you have a nemesis to destroy? Better hurry to the lighthouse before it's too late. Didn't I do this already? Oh, if you click on the empty vials, they tell you how to get the colors. Oh. I should check that then. That's handy, so you're not just like beating your head against a wall trying to figure it out. I think it's frustrating from a game design perspective where there's certain things you would just never figure out without a guide. Take the hearts of all the girls you can and you'll earn this color. You're just gonna go right out and say it, huh? Oh yes, for this one, earn the trust and agree to serve the storm. If you agree to become a color thief for us, this color will be yours. Don't you want to be with us? I mean, it's hard to say no to cute monster girls. That color is earned by completing Bera's bronze challenge. Okay, silver and gold. Accept the curses and conquer yourself to take his colors. I wonder if the curses are sort of like I was gonna say like the skulls in Halo, you know, the ones that give you negative modifiers, penalties, whatever you want to call them. Oh boy.
Yes? I think something just touched my foot.
Oh, you don't have anything new to say to me, Berg? Oh, that's okay. Waiting on a huge storm to pass. Oh goodness. Please stay safe where you are. I have been so exhausted from work. And I missed streaming on Friday because my back was just totally busted. But I'm here now, and I'm appreciative of it. Come here, little bunny. Yes, over here. Don't you know not to sneak up on a woman? That bunny? What about it? I was simply trying to feed it. It looks sickly, that's all. You northerners are so nosy. What, are you following me? I keep seeing you. Not that I'm paying attention or anything. Besides, I have things I am very busy with, like finding a girl named Caroline. I'm to meet her at Keaton's? Apparently she is in a bunny suit. Wish me luck. Not that I'll need it. Lady, we just met. I've not even formally introduced myself to you. I'm just gonna have a drink of water, one sec. Oh, Bungie uses skulls in Destiny as well? I didn't know that. So for post-game, there's a variety of things I can do right now, but it defaults me to just before the final boss. Okay. There's other things I can do by starting a new save file. Interesting.
I, Miss Caroline, am now the proud owner of the Bun Casino. But please ignore the crocodile statues. Getting new ones would be so expensive. I hope you're proud of me, Morri. Of who I've grown into. Being a woman here, people have expectations of you. They don't like how I dress. Sometimes it's the way I speak, that I flirt too much. It's stupid. Morri, I'm gonna show them that doesn't matter. That I can be who I want to be. And maybe you'll just stick by my side. Morri, thank you for everything. Even with all this stuff, you still have a way of making me feel safe. Have I told you yet that I love you? I've never said that to someone and meant it. Not in this way. I know I flirt a lot, but you really are handsome. Thank you for being here. Really. Too forward. I like Caroline, though. I mean, you first meet her in a jail cell. I really need to sleep more at night, but all the fun people stay up so late. Also, I think you could just stick some bunny headbands on these statues. It's perfect. Come on, surely I've got to be old enough by now. Hi there.
Okay, still same as before. You're still here. You know, I gotta give credit where credit is due. Good work holding those minions off. Honestly expected Amadeus would be more necessary. But look at you, thief to hero. Don't worry about me, though. I was already planning to leave town. Got a nice settlement started up in the frontier. Consider yourself invited for a visit. I won't be leaving too soon, though. Still a few more things to sort out before I can just leave you wild kids on your own. The next time you speak to Caroline past this day, she will ask to marry you. So I should avoid speaking to Caroline unless I want to commit, is what you're saying. Keep moving. What? Come on, Caroline, put me on the list. Is that the only way I'm gonna get in there? Is if I marry Caroline, and then maybe she'll make me a VIP. Oh, hang on, I need... Like, there's a trick to this one, right? But I don't know what it is. But I feel like every stream I have to try again. There's no wedding cutscene? Aw. Okay, well, there's one. Okay. I'll get on the list when Caroline gets a ring on her finger. Ah. Come on. I've no idea what the trick would be. Oh, that's not the way you get into the VIP room. Okay. There is a small marriage screen. Okay. Okay. You know, I should have paid attention to what was in the corners. It's a chili pepper diamond star. Okay, here we go. No. Heck. Maybe these ones? Okay, shield. Ah, heck. No. I'm good. I'm done getting fleeced. If I had more time, maybe I could figure it out, but I don't want to. Okay, I don't know if there's anything else for me in here right now. Can I just fight that guy and get to the VIP room? You should change the sign at least, Caroline. Paint some bunny ears on it. Let's see. I'm thinking about there's probably so many things I could be doing right now. Let me check in with Nora again. And I guess I should go over to Keaton's as well. You met Kirhasa? You should help her. What? Hugh? When I said that guy? See, I say things and I don't register that I say them. And then when someone asks for clarification, I forget what I was talking about. I did get that skeleton key. You are correct. Well, let me go over to Keaton's as well. Are you Caroline?
I think so.
Yes? Your bunny suit. It's so cute, isn't it? Yes. But I am here for something a bit more serious. I heard you were close to Crocodile.
Huh? Oh, I mean, that's the rumor. Honestly, I tried it. Though between us, I don't think we're really his type.
His type? What? Oh, no, that's not what I'm asking.
Don't worry. I won't tell if you won't.
That's not what I'm saying. I wanted to ask you about his back room.
Well, that. He boarded that up a long time ago. Trust me, it's not worth trying.
Surely there must be some way.
If there is, I couldn't tell you. I've tried them all.
You have tried?
Doing things I'm not supposed to is kind of my hobby. Oh, by the way, are you going to finish that?
Finish what?
Your salmon.
What about my salmon?
Can I have it?
No!
But I thought you said I was cute.
Your outfit.
Boo. Well, good luck with Crocodile.
Don't worry about me.
Whatever you say.
Posture check, I will do that. Why did I get kicked out? Ugh. Stretch. There we go. Thank you. I appreciate that. I know slouching is a big no-no with how donked up my back already is. Okay, safety pie. I haven't had to use pie yet, but it's nice just to have. Okay. That is some expensive salmon. Well, I mean, salmon is expensive, so I shouldn't be surprised. Okay, so let's see. I have the skeleton key. I'm sure Mariana has more challenges for me as well. Is it the same with Oakley, where if I talk to her, like, the next day, I'm gonna get a marriage request? Oh, hello. Be a doll and grab me some lunch. think how happy you could make me. Didn't you marry... Where do you go? Unless she's already, caused the residents of this place to disappear. And taken it all for herself. Hello? Oh, it's obvious when they're going to ask for marriage, they confess with their prior conversation. Okay, so Caroline and Oakley, I have to be careful about talking about. Hold a moment. Let me catch my breath. I think I will be okay. You said that before. Just after you got married, there's nothing here for me. Oh, good evening. Oh, Oakley, I still have some dialogue with. Okay, so she's not immediately going to ask me. Oh, I thank you, and it's not even Halloween. Your grandfather, he should not have died. Seeing you in pain. If I were to find the man who harmed him, the man who caused you this hurt, I could destroy him. Would that make you happy? I mean, it would make my job a little easier. Sure. I promise you, Morri, I will make his pain double what he has caused you. If I can do something to ease your burdens, do not be afraid to come to me. It is beginning to pain me to be without you. I would like to sell you my poisons, but you said it is too dangerous. I mean, I would like your poisons, Oakley. He was just a baby. I'm tough. I can handle the potions. Okay. I don't remember exactly where. Oh. Is this another thing that only appears in the post-game? Hello? It looks like there's an underwater tunnel. Will you check? You push a rock aside, blocking a tunnel deeper into the caves. Cool. I'm just gonna get permanently sidetracked, apparently. Oh, the music in this game remains really good. Wait. One of your favorite tracks in the game. I see why. Again, the music in this game has really impressed me. That's right. These just go one when I punch them. It's not the smaller rocks that go flying. There's an ice variant? And I'm a sucker for ice adjacent songs and games. I don't know why. Okay, do that. Boop. Boop. Move that here. I'm stuck. Okay. That was a little alarming, but we're okay. Oh, I need another barrel. Eh. Oh, I mean, I don't know what I expected, but... Do those stay there if I... No, okay. I do recall you mentioning some way about being able to knock yourself across a gap, because there is something in a previous dungeon I couldn't get, so perhaps here. Oh, you again. Those little jerks. Eh? Oh! I see what you mean by ice variants. Okay, I see. Okay. Now that's sneaky. And suddenly the puzzle makes sense. Whoosh! Spinning as you go across the ice is something that really delights me in this game. Okay, whoosh. These aren't going to crumble beneath me, right? Okay. Okay. Does this do anything? No. You know what this reminds me of? Is the Snowman TV music from the original Animal Crossing. It, like, the do do do. Well, not quite, but it's got similar progression. If any of you remember the sound the Snowman TV makes, and I'm sure no one else does, but if you do, this is what it reminds me of. I will take this. It's hard not to forget the Apple one, honestly. Apple TV. See, and now Apple has ruined it with the actual Apple TV. Ruined the sanctity of Animal Crossing's Apple TV, which has the best hypnotic music. I like the retro TV as well. I don't know why it makes me laugh. Thinking about how, because I need to get, unless this is something I can only do when it's not frozen. Actually, no, if I do this, and then this. Okay. Whoops. Too unskilled with properly creating the snowman to get the snowman TV. I mean, they're really fussy. I feel, even as someone who's played a lot of Animal Crossing over the years, I struggle to make good snowboys. I think was it New Horizons you can only make snowboys? Boy, this chest looks super cursed. Thinking here. Because I don't want to... sure I'm missing something very obvious here. So if I punch this and that hits that switch and I get locked out. But I want this cursed chest. Anyway, did New Horizons only let you make snowboys if memory serves? Like you can't do the whole family? Oh, I guess I'd have to do this when it's not frozen. I am ruining the ecosystem in this game, much like Potionomics. And I get loot either way. Never played New Horizons in winter. I mean, this chest looks trapped. Open it anyway? Oh, you better believe it. Ow! The spike went right through the rust knuckle and into my hand. Wait, it's getting hot? What's happening? Oh, you've been infected. You're going to die of fever now. Flare knuckle! I can now charge the gauntlet with heat and burst forward. Ooh. Oh. I could not have timed that better. Beautiful. I understand. Now I understand. Oh, I have movement options. Swoosh. Oh, best item in the game indeed. Hello? Hello? But yeah, when I've played, you know, New Horizons once a day, every day after it came out, because that's what I did with New Leaf as well, but that one I think just sort of ran out of things to do it really quickly. And you ever see, some fans had made two, actually, fake quality of life Nintendo Direct trailers, and aside from a few jokes, they're very professional looking and sounding, and they're such small things, like say getting to see a grid where you terraform, that you think like Nintendo could just add this to New Horizons, but it's not going to happen. It's heartbreaking to watch. Tetanus? No, flare knuckle, but maybe also tetanus. Hello, pup. Hugh asked me to help him finish Sheriff Vaughn's investigation in these caves. You should run along home, pup. We will handle this. Why are you so rude to me? My currency count, oh, it is very lucky. What do I win? Oh, hey. Sheriff Vaughn tracked a spy for Revlon here. Intercepted one of their messages. Don't worry. Mariana and I will find the spy. You're just a small-town sheriff, buddy. I feel like this is outside your pay grade. This is how Bowser got the slide punch in Bowser's Inside Story. It wasn't due to Mario and Luigi stimulating his nerves, but rather that sketchy carrot giving him tetanus. Exactly. Thinking about, is there anything else to do up here? Just want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Punch, punch. Can I not go around this thing? Why do I keep doing that? Can I just obliterate these? Probably not, but... I can! Cool. This just looks like it would be a secret if I punched it, but it's probably not. Why is there this boulder here, though? It must serve a purpose, but I don't know what. It really is the best item in the game. I feel so powerful, and I got everything down here, yes. Ugh, music here is so good. Okay, I'm gonna go across here. Makes puzzles a breeze if you get this early on. Can you, like, is this post-game only, or... Oh, it's another one of these! The markings are in a language you don't know, but I'll still try and read them. Well, come on, at least, like, transcribe it, buddy. Like, take your best guess. I know there was another one of those as well. I don't remember exactly where it was, though. Once I've unlocked this area, I can access it at any point with new saves. Oh. There we go. I was letting go too soon. Swoosh. Okay. I'm kind of worried, like, oh, if I punch one of these, I'm going to ruin a puzzle, but no, I'm just that powerful. Oh, this rules. And I suppose this is probably integral to speedruns as well. Although I assume there's also, like, you know, a new game category, new game plus category. After I'm finished the post-game, I need to go look up some speedruns of this, because I'm very curious to see how they're done and how they sequence things. Okay, I'm just going to have a look what's over here as well. I'll come back. Okay. Okay. I always overthink these. Up, down. Actually, I probably need, yeah, I needed that. Hang on. There we go. Needed that. Okay. And then, wait, did I dunk that up? Yeah. Hang on. Order of operations, Morri. Order of operations. Okay. Clonk, clonk, clonk. Okay, and then down, down, punch, punch, punch. Okay. We're in business. Eh. Oh yeah, heck rocks. I love feeling powerful. Let me see what's over here. I don't have to solve puzzles, I can just brute force my way. You never used it with your speedrun. Too much effort to go through this area for it. The Tetanus Punch is this game's version of the Fury of the Fallen charm for Hollow Knight. What did that charm do? Was that the one that boosts your damage if you're at critical health? Am I back in the main area? Because I remember I could... Yeah, I am. Okay. Go, 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 go. Okay. I don't know if there's a reason I'd want to make this water. But let's do it anyway. Ooh. I'm so glad you taught me that trick to use the lasso on them. Puzzle? No, flare knuckle. Aww. Never mind. I gotta freeze it again. That didn't work as intended. I'm gonna get hit by it. Okay, never mind. He tired himself out. Fury of the Fallen gives you a huge attack boost if you only have one mask, but from what you've heard, speedrunners tend to skip it since it takes too much effort to get. Interesting. It's not a charm that I've used just because, you know, that's very high risk, high reward. Ow. I'm gonna try switching it to water now. But gosh, it's been so long, I don't remember my ideal charm loadout in Hollow Knight. I mean, I tried a bunch of different stuff. Whoop. One of the reasons I like the charms in Hollow Knight is that it really lets you experiment with your playstyle and just try a bunch of new things. You know, like say if you're stuck on a boss, try messing around with your charm loadout and see if that makes things easier. I probably also needed this room frozen. Maybe? Yeah, probably. Thinking. So I have 3 barrels, so... I'm not positioning these very sensibly. Heck. There we go. Quick focus is a really good one. Especially if you're fighting a new boss. Just so, you know, you have more time before the inevitable happens. Yeah, quick slash is a really good one. The one that ups the range of your nails is a really good one. I think the one that increases your magic damage as well. Because the first time I played through Hollow Knight, I didn't really utilize magic as much as I ought to have. But then my second time through, I think I realized just how effective magic could be. Especially the Abyssal Shriek. It's the up directional one, whenever you upgrade it. Ow, what the heck? Anyway, that one was really powerful. Is there anything I need on the right side of this room? No. Just more gremlin pain. Oh. Hello. Many scoundrels have come here seeking riches, driven by greed. Show me you are not, and I will trust you to pass. Will you surrender all your gold? Are you prepared? Will you sure. May you remain free of greed. Frozen heart. What even is this? It's still going down. Oh, he's got like a psychic link to my bank account, and he's just slurping it up. Jeez. Wonder if I can go like buy something before it runs out. Keaton, I'm running out of currency. Spend my money now. Oh god, I'm stuck. Sorry, you know, I wanted to top it off. No. Oh my god. Oh. There she blows. Oh, it really does blow. Oh. Oh man, you know that feel. Yeah, me too, because I just paid rent. The end of the month is always, like, I look at my bank statement, it's like, wow, you know, I've made all this money this month, and then I realize, oh, I have to pay $1,600 in rent, and I also have to buy a new bus pass, a transit pass for the month, which is like $120. And phone bill as well. Now I can pin the theft on the door. That's right, I've never stolen anything in my life. Was there anything else in that dungeon, Capotico? Because I know I didn't explore, like, I think the western half of it. I don't know if there's anything I need in there. Maybe it's just more money. I was gonna drink more water. Ugh, I can't believe I'm broke. Secret rooms, but unsure if I can do things with them. Speaking of... So these are all post-game, when I just haven't been... it's not like I haven't seen them until now. It looks like something clawed its way out. Must have been rats. Right? Cool. Is this all wine? But I never drink wine. Oh, baby. Oh, it's spoopy in here. Wait. Oh, I still have a key from that other dungeon. Do the keys stay between dungeons? Where's my key count? I just have a key. That's interesting that I can take a key from one dungeon and use it in another. I wonder if that's exploitable. So where's that frozen heart I got? I don't... Cursed bones. Why do I still have... I don't have all of it, but... Beautiful color. Okay, so... I see. Okay. Does that mean we may get a Conker's Bad Fur Day stream in the future? I don't know if that would fit my channel's vibe. I mean, I'd have to put the mature content warning. Also, that game is really hard. I think I said that while streaming Mario Party, but Conker's Bad Fur Day is really hard. So many things that can just kill you instantly in that game. I still don't know what these do. And I think some of the humor and the parodies of that game just haven't aged as well. I like this ghost block mechanic. Like, even in post-game dungeons, there's interesting stuff being done. And I love these spooky violins. Uddy. Invisible wall. Invisible wall. Or I guess maybe these are the only tiles I can walk on, but then how do I get the chest? Well, time to just barrel forward. Up. Oh no! Hello. What's up? Okay, I should probably leave. I wonder if that's what happens if you stay too long in a room. Or maybe if I trigger too many of these blocks. The game's most creative / rage-inducing puzzles and such are in the post-game. Ah, well, the key thing is exploitable. Alright, good to know. I also can't walk on that. Hang on, I don't know why I did that. I guess I can only walk on the spiky tiles here. Okay, go. There we go. Hello. Oh. Well, that's rude. Ghost girl. I hope we can date a ghost, too. Okay, thinking here. Interesting. So these are also impassable. Let's see. Thinking about how I want to approach this. Or I could just gun it. That is my usual method. Is just gun it. Just gun it. And then adjust in post. Okay. I'm gonna do that. So that's there. This music is really cool. Oh, I didn't mean to do... Jeez. That'd be a real spirited prospect. Ah! Okay. Okay, here. Just don't do anything irreversible. Don't foolishly do anything irreversible. Oh, and then if I go up there, then I can't leave, so I gotta be careful about that. Boop. Okay. No, then I can't get one on here. That's the problem. Let me think again. So I need to get one on that southern tile as well. So it's tricky because you really have to think carefully about your order of operations here. So I think here should be okay. And then here, boop, okay. Okay, this one. And then this. Perfect, okay. And then this one down here. Boop. There we go. That's a good puzzle. What are you doing? Not the croissants. I wasn't expecting him to fall. That's so sad. Sorry, buddy. Aha! No, no. But oh, never mind. I was just like, how do I get across this? But just kidding, there was a friendly skull. I wonder what that big old spooky ghost was. A crystal key? I wonder what it's for. I should be careful. It looks fragile. Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. Oh, I'm just carrying... Oh, no. Oh, heck. Well, I should figure out where I'm going with that first, I think. That would make more sense. Oh. It's not actually what I wanted to happen. Do I, like, don't get hit once until I get to the luck challenge? Well, you know what? It's better than the flower in Hollow Knight. I never actually did the flower thing. I've heard you can kind of make it easier on yourself if you clear out all the enemies along the way, because enemies don't respawn until you rest at a bench. But of course there's still environmental hazards, and what stresses me out the most is the final room with all the thorns everywhere. Did you do that one, Kapotiko? Oh, I'm so sorry. You are a brave soul. Whoa. Go away. That's right. Okay, and then I can just... Please don't send me into the abyss. There I go. You attempted. Oh, here they come. There I go. I wonder if I take too long in any room. Or just some rooms. Hello, ghost girl. Oh, I see that. Yes. We found a new home for Caroline. Boy, the heater just like went on behind me and I just heard whoosh, and I'm like, whoa. Surround sound. Is there nothing I can do in this room? Nothing I can latch onto? What is this place? What got out? Found a secret room and there wasn't even anything in there for me. I hope the ghost fellow does not show up in this room. I appreciate not being harangued while I'm thinking about puzzles. Like in Golden Sun, I think the encounter rate was either very low or just disabled in puzzle rooms, which is very appreciated because I don't like being interrupted in the middle of like a multi-step puzzle by enemies trying to kill me. Oh, good luck with this room. Well, let me think about this. So the tricky thing is the order of operations and also thinking about... So I'm going to have to stand on one of these as well. So which one do I have to stand on because I can't get a barrel onto it? So it might be this one here. Yeah, because I can see the gaps too. I mean, I could knock that one down over here. So there's this one. I could stand on this one as well. The ghost blocks make it so the one that I stand on is not readily apparent. Defeating the white defender 5 times to get the dung statue to be harder than the flower. You know, I've never done that. I forgot he... Does he get subsequently tougher with every fight? I liked Hollow Knight's combat a lot, but I'm not really a boss rush person. I tend to get bored by them. I am just gonna gun it, I think, because that's the best way to do any puzzle, is to just gun it. So, let's see. So I can get across here. I gotta make sure that I don't cut off my exit so that I can leave the room once the puzzle is solved. Was stepping on this one bad? It might have been bad. It might have been bad. So I think I can do that. And then this. So that's the one I can stand on up top. Okay, so I'm gonna go around. But that's gonna cut off my escape routes. That's a problem. Thinking here, unless... Could I come around from the other side? Because I need to... Thinking... This is riveting gameplay, I know. Because that will cut off my route if I go in there. So I think I might have donked this up, but I'm getting there. I'm workshopping it. You know, I know how to play chess, but again, it's that kind of thing where you have to plan multiple moves in advance that just doesn't really click with me because of how distractible I am. I feel like I did not want to do that. I wish there was like an undo button. Yeah, because then I'm going to cut off my route here, and that's a problem. Yeah. Oh, well. Oh, there's a hole here, too. Okay, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. In retrospect, I don't know what I was doing moving that barrel to put on here, because I wouldn't be able to stop it there, so that clearly was not the correct solution. So maybe it's this one that I have to stand on as the last block, which I think makes more sense. So I'm going to want to get one up there. Maybe I'll just do that now. And then I'm going to, let's see, work my way down. Okay. Plunk. Okay, plunk. Never think ahead. Trust your gut. You're so right. Just don't think ahead. That's for weenies and nerds. And I am neither weenie nor nerd. I am Super Weenie Hut Juniors. Again, I don't want to cut off my route. That is the problem I am facing. I think I'm about to cut off my route. Shikamaru. Was Shikamaru from Inuyasha? If you believe, the horse can move everywhere. If you believe and also your opponent does not have a solid grasp of the rules of chess. Oh, Naruto. Which one is Shikamaru? See, like the big animes with an S, back in the day. I couldn't get into them, like Bleach and Naruto, and I donked this up. Inuyasha and all that. Shonen, I don't really have the patience for. I find I get bored with just plots that take forever to come to any sort of resolution. I don't have the attention span for it. I feel like that is also incorrect. but that's fine. Dude with the upwards ponytail always complaining. Did he have... I was gonna say, did he have black hair, but then a lot of characters... well, I was gonna say a lot of them have dark hair, but... And some of them, like Sakura, have pink hair, so what do I know? Yeah, I just never really had the patience for shonen anime. I shouldn't have stepped on this one. I meant to go on this one. That was foolish. That was foolish. That was foolish. By golly, I am gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. It's gonna be really good. Need to knock that down. Here. Okay. Who wants to bet I'm doing this, like, grossly incorrectly? And I'm sure people who have played this before are screaming at me going, "What are you doing? You fool!" So if I do that, that's gonna cut off my route. Cutting off my route again, that's my problem. He does have dark hair, okay. I think I know who you're talking about, but my knowledge of Naruto is all secondhand. Maybe I'm just approaching this puzzle incorrectly. Oh, if only Professor Layton would hear, he would chastise me for my subpar performance, I'm sure. No, Professor Layton is a gentleman, he would never. I can't get around to the other side of that drum now because I've cut it off. So I'm doing the upper right too soon, I think. Yeah, these kinds of puzzles, I suppose you just have to go with trial and error, huh? Until you figure out the precise order of operations. But they feel so good when you solve them, you know? I'm gonna knock this upwards now. So while I'm solving this all, how have you all been since I was not here on Friday? I hope you all had a pleasant enough weekend. What have I been doing? I played Pokemon over the weekend because that's basically the only time I've had energy to do so. I will not spoil any part of Pokemon because that would be massively hypocritical. I've been basically playing it in a bubble and enjoying the experience that way. It is very janky. I will say that. The thing about the game being a little rough around the edges is very true. I will say I did at one point see a Jigglypuff like yeet itself into space. Like I think its spawn was changing. I don't know exactly what, but it just, I got it on video. It just like sailed up back to the moon, I guess, except that's where Clefairy are from, so I don't know what that Jigglypuff was doing. I feel like I'm close, but I don't want to donk this up, so I'm thinking I wish I could just like carefully step on the diagonals and not trigger these. So I do need to hit that rightmost one so I can knock that barrel onto it. I also need to be able to get back up. So I can hit the barrel downwards. And I don't want to cut off my route is the problem. Because if I do that, my route is going to be cut off. Yeah, and that's a problem. Well, that's fine. Hello, Visions, welcome. I hope you're doing well on this. I was going to say freezing Tuesday evening, but it's probably not freezing for most of you, is it? Just me. Okay, I'm so close, but I have not given myself an escape route. So I think what needs to happen is I need to not step on. I'm pointing at it, but you can't see this one that's just to the left of the switch here. Yeah, so that's a problem. Well, it's open now. It stays open, right? It stays open. Okay, we're good. I was worried about leaving myself a path to the exit, but it's like, wait, no, it stays open. We're fine. Never mind. Oh. Boo. Get out of here, stupid skeleton. Thank goodness. Woohoo. An old journal, you bet I'll read it. Foolishness. My father believed Var could be stopped. But can a man stop death? Certainly not. But it may be possible to ally yourself. Darrow refuses to help me in repairing the blade. It is fine. I shall find another way. His essence. Var. I still hear him. He calls out to me. Soon. My God. Signed, Richard Vaughn. Boy, this family has some problems. Did you write the guide for this, Visions? Well, golly. If I get stuck, I'll just look at you. Well, I'm not going to make anyone solve puzzles for me because that's not fun. It'll just be more painful when you see me bumble around. I recall something in my father's writing about this blade needing 2 more souls. I have experimented with this theory. The deaths were not quick nor easy. The blade is far too damaged to have a proper edge. However, for you, my God, I managed. After the second kill, to my surprise, nothing happened. Perhaps their souls were weak, or did they lack souls entirely? Regardless, I will have my men gather creatures from every land. We will discover what souls are needed. Signed, Richard Vaughn. You wrote the Steam Dungeon Guide. Dang! That is very impressive. Over 500 hours. Well, clearly you seem to like this game at least a little bit. I have killed countless people. I even made a deal with Crocodile to bring me more creatures to use. But somehow it isn't enough. No matter. I will kill as many as I need, and I will prove those damn Akinai wrong. For you, my God, I have dispatched my men south to seek the one who tormented my father. Perhaps Var's mortal form is the answer. To make matters worse, my son has returned from the frontier and seems to suspect me. I will need to dispatch of him soon. I fear he will follow in my father's footsteps. Signed, Richard Vaughn. What is up with this family? My son is on to me. The frontier has made him too strong, beyond what I've seen in humans. Luckily, he does not seem to know my secret here. So long as I am with my pets, I am safe. They will protect mine and Var's legacy. Even against Darrow, Quinlan, and my son, I am not afraid. Var is with me. Signed, Richard Vaughn. Hello, Lulupa, welcome! And thank you for joining us in the post-game. Couldn't sleep, so you're here for like 2 to 3 hours before having to go to work. What is it you do? Well, he was confirmed to have been left in the drowning cage south of the reefs. We found said cage empty. I find it hard to believe the fish would have picked him clean so quickly. Though I suppose it would be fitting for him to join his wife in tragic death. It is a shame such a powerful soul must be wasted on such a public and official death. Surely it could have had better uses. They're the main pixel artist for this game? Oh my goodness. Hang on, Lulupa, I need to prostrate myself before you for making such cute goyles. What is your secret? I'm both humbled and a little terrified of people on the development team coming by to say hello. And Kirk's Crackers, which also has super cute art, and I am going to stream in the future as well. I played the demo and I really dug it. A crystal chest. Looks like it needs a special kind of key. Well, now I know. Yes, thank you for Oakley and her friends and Oakley's thick eyebrows. Your secret is that you have a different person designing the characters. You just pixel them. Well, it was a collaborative effort to make such cute goyles. A writ of execution. Will I read it? I will. And I'm sure I'm not going to like what I read. On this day, I, Richard Vaughn, ratify this writ of execution for one Captain Amadeus Crowell for the crimes of treason, insubordination, and murder. His execution is set to be carried out by drowning cage on the morrow. All hail the great King Regnier and the crown of Ashford. Signed, his loyal subject, Richard Vaughn. There is some real horrible stuff going on in this island, and I'm into it, but drowning cage is particularly horrific. Hello, Box Milk! Welcome! All hail the brows! Okay, so now I know where that crystal key goes. Perhaps I should go and grab it. Yeah, Amadeus is still around, so either it didn't work or he's a cool ghost pirate. That's right, there are holes in the floor. Let's just pretend that didn't happen, because I forgot where the holes in the floor were. Okay. Clearly he didn't drown properly. No. I mean, you had one job. Are there holes in the floor here too? Yes. Oh, this gauntlet is so good. It's so good. Okay, so the key, I believe, is this way. I'm gonna go back, but I want to bring that crystal key over before I forget about it. And I'm sure it's going to be a nightmare trying to carry it over, especially with these croissant-spewing skulls. But hey, it's less of a trip to make than the Hollow Knight equivalent, so I'll take it. No, please, just, I need you to, please, let me reset their positions here. There we go, okay. Why are game vets appearing? What have I done? There used to be only one of the skulls. See, that's what I get for reading chat, but that's okay. Thank God for the feather item. I don't know whose idea it was to add it to the game, but I'm very glad there seems to be an infinite supply of crystal keys. I say that, maybe there's only 2. Oh, our friend is here. I was gonna let him... Oh, there's his hand. Oh, Vision shared my stream link in their Discord. Oh, well, golly, I am honored. And again, a little terrified, but very honored. Thank you. Let me just... I was kind of worried that was going to break the key somehow, but we're okay. Okay, was it this room? I don't remember. No, this was the cage where someone has burst forth. Here we go. Okay, I just need you to not damage me. Perfect. Okay. Swoosh. This key is how the spirits exact their revenge on the living. This is how Colorgrave exacted their revenge on you personally. Demon's key. I feel like this will only bring me misery. You know, because our time back on the island has been nothing but sunshine and rainbows, obviously. Nobody died. Right? It's fine. Okay, let's see. I think I didn't actually want to do that. Infinite crystal keys, but they are fragile. Who is making them? What brave soul is just making hundreds of these keys just to have them broken again? Oh, interesting. Okay, and then... Oh, come on. Oh, I'm standing on one. I was like, how come? That's why. Okay, I need to just get below it. Boop. There we go. Be doing what the Demon King is for, or Demon Key is for on Saturday during your day. Working class solidarity. Okay, hang on. Whoop. The same Glass Joe, the same person who makes all the single-use keys in the Legend of Zelda games. Well, see, the first Zelda had, what, the Lion Key, I think? The infinite use one? Why can't we just go back to that? Ow. Well, that was rude. You know, I could have just punched my way across that gap, but I didn't. Oh, it's a party. I gotta watch out for the croissant skulls. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Boop. Boop. Wonderful. Okay. Oh, this is a trippy effect. I like it. Get out of here. No! No, it's only funny when it happens to you. Get out of here. Okay, do not fall, do not fall. There we go. Excellent. I could just leave and heal, actually. I might do that. I was going to acquire another salmon, but somebody, some door, who shall remain nameless, took all of my money. And now I have a paltry 1 in this economy. What am I going to do with 1 coin? Gamble. No, I can't even gamble with 1 coin. I am enjoying this game very much. And I am so thankful that I've gotten a key for it. I've had a great time with it. I'm so sorry I got your name wrong at the very beginning, Lynn. Please forgive me. Well, no salmon, but my salmon is topped up, so I'll take it. Why can't I go catch my own salmon? Not in here. There we go. I do have rope. I could catch my own salmon. But can you cook it to get that vitality boost? I forgot. The fishing was in the game. I was just thinking to myself, why isn't there a fishing minigame? Hello, Ghost Girl. But there is. And I should do it again. Because I have barely encountered River, even though I've heard a lot of talks of River being best girl. And I need to rectify that. Hello? Mm-hmm. I see. Buff. Oh. I see. Nice hair. I don't know why you're just discarding your head like that, though. I hope this is actually damaging the boss and I'm not, say, just defeating an add-on. But not actually the boss them. Oh, okay, no, I'm not damaging the boss themselves. I should have punched. Just have infinite skull heads, I guess. 500 points is free fish for life from Keaton? Really? Okay, I've said in previous streams of this, but I'm also going to say it here again. I am very appreciative of the fact that you do not take collision damage from the bosses. And I think, especially for games like this, when you're trying to figure out something's weak point, that, you know, like, oh, I've touched his pant leg and I take damage, is a little irksome. So that's a little quality of life thing that I'm very thankful for. Some bosses. I mean, okay, if they're obviously on fire, then that's a different can of worms. This is kind of old hat, but are any of you familiar with the old webcomic Kid Rad with 2 Ds? It's done in the style of a sprite comic, except all the sprites are original. It's very well done. But anyway, taking collision damage from enemies is kind of a plot point. Very good. A hairpin? You take collision damage from Toad and Rat and Inkwell later. Well, as long as I don't take collision damage from all of them, it's fine. Hang on, I need to take a depression nap in my house. Toads and rats have collision damage in real life too. Wait, do I take collision damage if I touch them, or do they? Because I would hold a toad or a rat, you know, as long as it's not one of those toxic ones. I haven't read Kid Rad in years, and I'm pretty sure someone has made a version that works on modern computers because it was optimized for older web browsers. But I would strongly recommend it. I'm sure it still holds up really well. It was done with, I think, a lot of love and respect for the medium and for retro games. And again, if I sound old when I say this, but okay, Nora says the same thing. Sprite comics used to be everywhere and were often derided as low-effort comics because, you know, you're not drawing your own artwork. There were, you know, still good ones out there, but I see the point where maybe it undermines something if you're not creating things yourself. And Kid Rad had all original sprites and done in a bunch of unique styles to emulate different games existing in universe, which is very cool. Yeah, I remember the age of sprite comics. You tried to make them as a kid before you learned how to draw. Sprite comics are one of the things that got you started with pixel art. That's so cool. Did you ever make any back in the day? Watch your feet. Sorry. If you're getting tired, we can stop. No, I can... Oh, Morri. What are you doing here? Did this pup come to train? You could learn a thing or two from her. Is that true? I mean, yeah. I learned how to be moe as I'll get out. Hearing that from someone like you, it really means a lot. I think Mari's right. I should probably be done for today. Thank you, Morri. And you too, Morri. I'll see you two around. Long since been lost to time. Oh. Oh yes, how do you pronounce that? Probably not Mon Mon. Mon Mon. Mon Mon. My attention isn't free. You know the rules. Oh right. I'm broke. Mon Mon. Thank you. Now I know. Maybe I should go fishing now that I'm thinking about it and I remember that it exists. Does Tess have anything else to say? Morning. What's that in your hands? That's my hair clip. Did you find her? She was tall, dark hair. Oh, forget it. She's been gone for too long. It'd be impossible. I guess I owe you an explanation. As a kid, I was really into fae magic. I stupidly thought they could make any wish come true. And so when I heard about Vaughn's dad and Var, I just couldn't help myself. Who better to grant a wish than a god, right? At least that's what I thought. Var wanted to make a deal. All I'd have to do was release this thing from its cage, and then he'd bring Dad back. He lied. Now every time I close my eyes, I have nightmares of this eye. It just floats there, watching me. I thought you destroying the evil in there would stop these dreams. And when they didn't stop, I knew I made a mistake. My selfishness could have gotten you killed. I'm so sorry. I'd understand if we never spoke again. Thank you. And Oh, Tess. With enough time and effort, you too can have me forget your name and regift you thought-filled presents. Oh, Ma's. Oh. Okay, so that axe murder was Tess's ma, or what killed her ma. The big hair everywhere. Didn't sleep all night. I forgot. Tess, are you okay? I mean, obviously she's not. I think both mentally and physically with that severe caffeine addiction. I'm just going to make sure there's no extra dialogue if I leave and come back. I really was not expecting Tess to have some rather harrowing backstory. Tess's ma, well known for peeling her face off periodically and letting it float around. Now what dungeon was it where there was that chest I couldn't get because I didn't have a way of launching myself across spaces? Oh, hello. You again. Are you actually following me? It's not like I can avoid you people. You northerners are so strange. That Siska girl, does she never stop yelling? Besides that, I thought I told you I was busy. You know what? If you truly wish to help, I'd recommend you find me a carrot. I have been taking them from Hugh's office. There is a bunny in need of my help. There are so many bunnies without mothers. Maybe someone should help them. Now, is she talking about the wild rabbits or Caroline? I'm gonna poke my nose back in the void. Because I know Mysterious Big Lady wanted Lynn's painting. And I didn't give it to her at the time because I thought, well, what if Lynn knows and I have done something irrevocable? But now I have perhaps another object that she might be interested in. A heart of ice. This frozen heart will be perfect tribute. You did bring it for me, correct? How did you come to find this? I must confess my own surprise. So this is all that remains of her then. How pathetic. Such divine and valuable colors as well. Keep it up, my dear. Perhaps you are far more valuable than I thought. What a beautiful painting you have there. It's definitely for you. Was not a precious gift. Oh, how lovely. What a gorgeous mix of colors. She must have worked so hard on this for you. What would she say if she knew you just gave it away so easily? How it would break her heart. Your devotion and sacrifice is noted. You are being such a good helper. Don't disappoint me. You've been oh so helpful to me, dear hero. So attentive, so devoted. Allow me to reward your efforts. A small token of my appreciation. Scarf! Hey, where's the color? Maybe it's supposed to be gray, don't be rude. Hello, dear hero. Don't you have a nemesis to destroy? Ah, same as before. In the colored land, the one colored painting is king. I wonder what the scarf does. A gift from the colorless woman. Oh, it heals me when I'm in danger. Interesting. I wonder if it's passive health regen. A beautifully crafted hairpin. It looks quite old. Whose was this? We'll never know. Oh, that's right. These gremlins, I forgot, steal things. I should have been killing them in the dungeon, but I totally forgot. That is a thing that they do. Passive health regen when you were at 3 health or lower. That's really handy. I'm just going to hit save because I haven't done it in a while, and you never know. Where are these? The coins? No, that's not it. These. The coin of Crowell. So they mentioned Amadeus Crowell, I believe, being his full name. So I'm assuming these coins perhaps have something to do with him. I did find his ship as well in the south. But before I do that... Oh, money! Sweet money! I'll have a good night, Kapotiko. Thank you very much for joining us and gently nudging me in the right direction. Very appreciated. I hope work is kind to you. I should probably call it an evening in a little bit, but... So it's 500 points. That gets me something from Keaton, yes? Or free fish from Keaton, I should say. Oh wait, that's bad. Do not catch. What if I want it? Well, apparently the postgame is quite expansive. And also, I still need to pick best girl. Oh, no. It's right, there's marriage. The postgame of life, if you will. Which sounds really bleak. Are there any other rewards aside from the 500-point free fish? Okay, I know this was bad when I caught it last. Okay, did I lose points for that? I don't remember what I had before catching that thing now. Doesn't it look like something I could talk to? There's a 999 reward from Keaton as well. Does she just stare at you and say, "What is wrong with you? Get a hobby"? I mean, that's not fishing. Obviously, I think you have an addiction. Oh. You know what? Catching fish with a lasso is pretty dang impressive. If I may say. I mean, that seems like a very difficult thing to do. Calling marriage the post-game of life sounds like the thing that goes along with the old ball and chain. No. I mean the opposite of that. Oh, I love this fish, and it gives me so many points, big friend. It is important to see sprites the various marriage candidates in their wedding dresses. Speculative. I mean, even if they change into wedding dresses, if Caroline is not wearing bunny ears, then what's the point? In fact, I'm pretty sure they may be grafted to her head somehow, considering they move when she emotes. Maybe that's a requirement to work at the Croc Casino, is you have to submit to being just a full-fledged bunny girl. Heart and soul. Become the rabbit. Every time I see that green fish emerge, I think it's a duck. And I wind up disappointed every time. I have not done Siska's, I believe. And I really need more money, too, so I can actually do more of Mariana's gauntlets. Wow. With all these fish we've caught, I bet Keaton's stocked for the rest of the season. Bet you won't even charge us for fish anymore. All right. Ready to head back? You're so nice to me here, River, but you were so hostile to me before. Can I do anything over here? I feel like I should be able to. But I still can't. Why is this island here? It haunts me. It torments me. Like, there has to be something here. Lone Island. It's just you and me, duck. I mean more marriage is the post-game of life, in the sense that it's when you unlock all the cool powers, you know? All the stuff that you couldn't do beforehand. I still have a lot to do, huh? This house is still haunting me. Like, I feel like there should be something in here. But I don't know what. Like, I'll wait here for 7 minutes and something will show up kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. Post-game is not a negative thing. It's bonus content, precisely. If only. If only. There's probably all sorts of cool loot in there. Like rat corpses, probably. Like joint taxes and mortgages. Tax breaks. Yeah, I was hoping that maybe Amadeus would show up here. Now that I've gotten a bit more backstory on him, but no. Yeah, co-op play, exactly. You can get Chivos so much easier now. Let's see. Let me get that fish while I'm thinking about it. See if I can get more dialogue from Keaton. Hey, I really don't like it at night. Why did I come talk to you, Hugh? I thought maybe you'd have something interesting for me, but you don't. Oh, hello, handsome. You came all the way here to see me? Who are you? Who is she? My name's Caroline. I have known Morri for a long time, but he's never mentioned you. Oh, please don't fight, Goyles. You are flirting? Yes? Is this who you enjoy, Morri? Are you willing to throw away what we have? What I would do for you? I was going to kill for you, Morri. Would Caroline kill for you? Yes? How could you? Can I be friends with you both? Morri and I have something beautiful. I cannot throw it away on something like you. Morri, someone like her, she cannot love you. Not like I can. My heart hurts seeing you so easily swayed by another. Next time, I don't believe I can hold my passion for you inside of me. You are mine. Oakley, I'm a little concerned. I just wanted some fish. Please don't make it weird.
Are you feeling up for some dinner? You gotta make sure you're eating enough.
Oakley, are you creeping? Hello, Soda Machine, welcome. Oh, and she won't charge us. Marvelous. Just Oakley, just Oakley, just Oakley. Oh no, that's a crossover no one asked for. She will claim her victims. That's what all the poisons are for. There's nothing else new in here, right? I did already meet the merchant, who I can't recall the name of. Oakley said, "You know other girls?" Like, man, I just walked in here for some fish. What do you want from me? Let me stick my nose in here. Oh.
Morri, did you hear? Crocodile nearly killed Kirasa. She's in her tent, but I think she'd rather see you. Maybe you should go make sure she's okay.
Where is her tent? I haven't even seen her tent anywhere. This is moving all so fast for me, ladies, please. Let me go north. Near the haunted house place. The beach haunted house or the haunted cave here? There's a lot of haunted... Oh, here we go. There's a lot of haunted architecture in this place. Not that I'm complaining. Hello? You again. Come to say your goodbyes. I appreciate it, Northerner. But I think this is the end for me. If only I were home. We train people in healing. Lynn. Please help. I mean, how come Hugh didn't go get help? Useless. Oh, is she at the beach or is she home? There she is. Someone's hurt? Let's hurry. Raim, save you. There's so much blood. Hugh mentioned a fight, but I didn't expect this. Morri, can you give us a moment? She just needs an egg and she'll be fine. She might need more than one egg. I think I helped. Thank you. I don't know if she would have made it had you not caught me. You're such a good person. Thank you. I didn't expect anyone to find me. Well, Hugh was obviously aware of the problem. He was like, someone's dying. Sounds like an Oran problem. Oran? See, because I renamed him, I didn't get stuck trying to think. Orange. Then you were there. Maybe your stalking wasn't so bad after all. But still, I must keep going. However, Crocodile expects me. I know it's asking a lot, but he stole something important. If you went to speak to him, maybe he'd let you through. I need to get that back for my people. Please, what Crocodile has is very important to Monmoa. Wait, Mohan? I think that was right. Oren, thank you. If you can't get it, I will have to try again. Well, we'll just keep Lynn on standby, I suppose. But yeah, I can go check that out for you. I'm just gonna nose around the graveyard just while I'm in the area. Don't underestimate the egg, but her cholesterol's already so high. Good work with that skeleton. Figured a kid like you just run or die. Underestimated you. You get sent back as a spy. Yes. Appreciate the honesty. What? Excuse... Hit... Hut... You know, that's the first time I've died, too. That's hysterical. I made a mistake. I mean, I could not say yes, right? Morri, are you okay? If you keep struggling, Keaton may have something. I'd say Oakley, but I think she left town. You should go see them, but maybe be more careful next time. Please go to sleep soon. It would be sad if you got sick. Oakley left town? What? Eh? Seriously? Is this irrevocable? What have I done? Oh no, the Oakley window is... Really? Oh man, I thought that was just like stealing something from the shopkeeper in Zelda. You know, and it's just like, oh, well, game over, don't do that again, smart guy. Well, I guess Oakley is officially out of the running. Sorry, Oakley. I mean, does it autosave? It's not irreversible. When you say it's not irreversible, is there something I can do to make them come back in this file? I'm assuming. Or do I just have to reload? Okay, that's good to know. That would be a little mean if your actions had such dire consequences and you didn't know. Well, that's awkward, but also very funny. Nothing ends a day quite like a quiet prayer. Sir, I almost died. Oh, my feather. No! Oh no, the feather. That's what I need. You all thought I was interested in Oakley and her cute eyebrows and her glasses, but it was actually just the steady supply of feathers. Yeah. I just came by for some fish. What is this open mic night? Well, as long as I know that there was a way to get them to come back, then that's all I need. Now that I know I am not irrevocably dunked up. I shouldn't interrupt him. Have a good night, Morri. Remember to swing by if you need anything from me. Do you have feathers? KK Slider, but is human Sona. Is this perhaps an insert of the composer, I wonder? Who created some real dynamite tunes, may I say. And you're still here. This is also a dev. I believe Capotico mentioned it is also a dev. Same with, I think, Kelsey in the library, if I'm not mistaken. You know what the nice thing is, though? That even though we're dead, and I've lost my supply of feathers, I didn't lose the rest of my money. Because I know some games, if you die, you know, you lose a big chunk of your possessions, but not here, and I appreciate that. Okay, well, that was a problem. Is this also locked to me? No. Is there anything like juicy I can read in here? There's a map for Drowprail Island. Why do they have this? I mean, you don't know. You don't get to make assumptions. Apple Guy is supporting pixel artists for dungeon artworks. And are there other dev cameos? Perhaps. I am most curious. Not to call anyone out. More about the frontier? You know about howls, right? They see if you are outside too far north as one blows through, you'll freeze solid where you stand. Can't even open your eyes in one without goggles. Selena ain't been the same since then. One lousy mistake and she'll never see again. You ever hear a howl coming, you just get inside and stay inside. Ain't no good reason to be out in one. All they bring is suffering. Unrelenting and unforgiving cold. That's what it feels like outside. Morning. The tonal shift. Lulupa has a very hidden cameo. Ooh. Well, I don't remember where, one of the dungeons, there was a treasure chest I couldn't get because I couldn't do that. I don't remember where. I'll have to keep that in mind. Was it this dungeon? I don't remember. I keep thinking about what Keaton said. How I shouldn't stay upset at the past. But sometimes it's not as easy as just forgetting. Life ain't always that cut and dry. Am I making sense? It'd be so rude. So rude to say no. I don't know if I should feel sorry for you. Understanding that. I thought you left for good that time. After Pa died. You'd think I'd be happy, right? But deep down, I was sad. I started believing you'd changed. And then you were gone again. But I couldn't blame you for leaving this time. Sometimes I wish I'd done the same. I keep thinking, had we realized, do you think we could have saved him? I'd say no, because if I do, then she'll just blame herself forever. You're probably right. Morri, what you did wasn't right. But there's still that part of me, the one that thinks you've changed. Look, it's not my place to forgive you. That's between you and your parents. But the things I said to you, I could have said them better. I'm sorry for that. Your pa was a good man. I miss him all the time. Now I gotta get out of the habit of catching extra fish. Oh, River. I'm glad we're friends again. Now you've shown me your crying face. Oops, did not mean to do that. Oh, sorry, sir. Come on, I want in. Let's write another way in. From the roof, perhaps? How do I... Oh, that's right. I did go in. Oh. See, I don't remember. I need to watch the recordings of past streams is the problem. Sometimes I do, and then I just get embarrassed by like, oh, I did this so suboptimally. I've been here already. I guess because I didn't break that barrel last time. The last dungeon I did, like, not this stream, but the previous stream. Because I cannot remember, and it's driving me crazy. Oh, this stream. Oh, man, I need to go exploring everywhere. But also, I shouldn't play all night, because I've got to get up early for work tomorrow. Ooh. My goal to myself is to at least watch some of my recordings as well, so I remember exactly what it is I'm doing and where I'm going as well. Oh wait, the haunted house? So in here somewhere. Oh, this is the shack. Oh, I see. Oh, okay, so they are connected. So out of curiosity, that large ghost that pursues you if you spend too long in a room, what happens if they catch you? Do they just kill you? Is there a secret there? I mean, I have to know, but obviously my no death run is over. I need to call it an evening. But I want to know what's going on. Hang on, at least before I call it an evening, let me get fleeced by a bunny girl again. Oh, he's a wall master, so you just get taken back to the entrance. Again, there's a trick to this. I don't know what it is. There's probably, I'm assuming there's different patterns that can show up, but I'm not going to remember. God, I have no money. Okay, no wait, diamonds, double pepper. Well, never mind. Yeah. All skulls except 2 have set position. Oh. I figured it was something similar to that. But I would actually have to make... This is the dungeon. This is not what I need. I'd have to make better note of where skulls have shown up. And I feel like I just don't have the focus for that at the moment. That's good to know. Thank you for the intel. Hey. A lot of whispers going around lately. Like about you helping that huntress. She wants to take my hide, you know. Nasty business to hunt a man. But, still, here you are to help her. You saw how things turned out for her. Good thing you were there to bring help just in time. Are you sure you want to make an enemy of me?
I mean, what could go wrong?
I love it. You have such spirit. I'll be honest. You amuse me. So, I'll make you a deal. Fair as it gets. I'll let you in the back room for a shot of what she's after. You get it? No hard feelings. I won't hunt down either of you. But I'll have you owe me a favor. Nothing too much to stress over. Just one day, expect me to come collect. I have the contract right here. All it takes is a signature. You can write, right? A simple X will do fine. Now, knowing that there were consequences for the last time I just said yes on a whim, am I going to do something horrible if I say yes? He's got friends on the other side. Impressed if my no death run remains past this dungeon. Ooh, okay, I have to say yes. It's good to know. Ah, this is perfect. I'll open the way. Best of luck in there. I still can't go in the VIP room. This sucks. Looks like things are all about ready. If you ask me, this intermission's been far too long. It's about time we get this show back on the road. Take this. But if anyone asks, you didn't get it from me. Can't have you getting us both killed. Go do what you do best, little thief. A rusty key. This looks ancient. Before you ask, no, this isn't part of our previous contract. This little task is bigger than 2 little lost sons. Don't forget now, mum's the word. You know, I gotta give credit where credit is due. Good work holding those minions off. Honestly expected Amadeus would be more necessary. But look at you, thief to hero. Don't worry about me, though. I was already planning to leave town. Got a nice settlement started up in the frontier. Consider yourself invited for a visit. I won't be leaving too soon, though. Still a few more things to sort out before I can just leave you wild kids on your own. I think that's what he said last time, yeah? The Gravedigger choice was the most consequential choice in the game. Okay, that's good to know, so I don't have to worry too much about being stabbed in the back. Again. The key to the title mine. It's so rusty, it's a wonder it's not falling apart. Interesting. Oh, and these are funky fresh beats too. Oh, I need to call it an evening though. Okay, I'm going to be responsible. Oh, I picked the dusty key? Oh, I thought, see, there was another key in the dungeon. Or rather, another door in the dungeon. Hang on. Oh, this? No, I had this already. That's this one. It looks very old. I wonder what it goes to. Okay, never mind. Thank you. Clearly, I am getting tired. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me tonight. As loath as I am to stop, I do have to work early tomorrow, alas. But I will be streaming more of this on Friday, so please look forward to it. Thank you so much to everyone who showed up from the Discord. I am humbled and honored and a little terrified. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye. Don't cop to being a spy. Just don't do it.